next achievement awards will be our essay contest presentations. And I'm going to go out on the limb on this one. I've been in the organization now some 47 plus years. And I've been to every one of our Achievement Week activities since the beginning. And this year, we have a special young man that's amongst us. And as history would state, I believe, and I've consulted with some other brothers that have been around a long time, and I believe our winner this year, and you'll hear more about him just shortly, will be the first African-American male to win our essay contest here on a local basis. Now, I'm going out on a limb and saying that. So to the winner, if that's not true, today you are. I'm going to ask Brother Fred Cook to please come forward. And he's going to make some special presentations to our essay contest winners for this year.
Okay, thank you, Brother Clark. I want to thank Brother Clark and Brother Brown for doing some research and finding out that I attended McKinley Tech High School. I don't think anybody knew that. I tend not to talk about McKinley or my having gone there. And that's important because this year, the 3 essay winners are all students at the McKinley Technology High School. Blue Ribbon High School here in the president of Blue Ribbon High School here in the District of Columbia. One of the best high schools in America that I happen to have attended many years ago before these students or their parents or their grandparents. That's another song for another time. Having an opportunity to chat with these students and their families here at the table has been really heartwarming for me because it does reiterate how much of the success that all of us have has its origin in the family. It has its origin in the support you receive as a young person growing up and achieving whatever it is you achieve as an adult. And it's clear to me from sitting there talking to these young people and their families that they are loved and cared for by their parents and their families, and that's part of why they're here today. And I'm sure they'll be successful in whatever else they do. But we're going to have 3 awardees. Our 3rd place awardee is Mr. David Hanyo. Mr. Hanyo, would you come up here, please? Mr. Hanyo is a senior at the McKinley Technical High School. Well, actually, that's not true. He's a senior at the McKinley Technology High School. He changed the name after I left. Maybe that has something to do with changing the name. But also I would ask, nobody asks the students what a trainer is. They don't know. Nobody else knows. It's just what we call ourselves. But Mr. Hanyo is on his way to the University of Pennsylvania to study chemical engineering. And his award for his essay is a $300 prize, and I want to present that to him now. Okay, our 2nd place winner is Ms. Micah Allen. Please come here up front, please. Who is also a senior at the McKinley Technology High School. She is interested in attending the University of Pennsylvania, Hofstra, and or Johns Hopkins University. She wants to study medicine, become a member of the medical profession, and I'm sure she will be absolutely wonderful at it. Okay, now we're going to hear from our 1st place winner. He's going to read his essay. He is Mr. Micah Jones. Mr. Jones, would you come forward? Mr. Jones is also a senior at the McKinley Technology High Schoal. He is, as you might suspect from his size, he's a basketball player, much like I was, at McKinley Technology. Hopefully much better than I was. Will not be nailed to the bench. but he wants to study civil engineering. Hasn't decided on a school yet. He's here with his parents, his siblings, and his grandparents. And his grandfather has spent many years in D.C. public school system, knows Brother Bruce Bradford, is a coach, but as an educator. His grandmother is a counselor and works at Gallaudet along with his dad. And a great family, very supportive of this young man. And I'm sure his essay will tell us a little bit more about what's on his mind. But in any event, he is open to questions after the essay is read. If there are any questions anybody has, he's happy to answer them, or not. But I want to present the $500 award to you, sir. Thank you. Thank
you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Micah Jones. I'm a senior at McKinley Tech High School. I want to thank Mr. Poplar and everyone in the Omega Psi Phi chapter for giving me this opportunity. The essay talks about social media, and I expose the truth of how it affects today's youth. Today, we live in a world overpowered by social media, which inadvertently becoming the drug of choice to this generation. You constantly hear your friends and other people talk about it, but you've never done it before. Addicted to the likes, shares, inbox messages, comments, and explosion of emojis. People always say how good it feels to partake in it, so you finally muster up the courage to try it. You make that first Instagram account, but you're new to it, so you let your friends help you understand how to manage the account. Once you get the hang of it, you think to yourself, how can I get likes like her? The filters on Instagram are confusing at first. They are confusing at first, but after playing around with it, you know how to edit your picture to make it more appealing. Then there's that first picture you post on Instagram. You get some likes, but you're not enough to make you happy. Fast forward a couple months later, you are on it more than once every day, checking Instagram constantly to see how many likes and comments you receive, and interacting with Instagram more than humans. That is when you know you're addicted. Like a drug, once you are addicted, it will start to affect other parts of your life and even your future negatively. Social media has affected today's youth immensely in a plethora of ways. The first way that I think social media has impacted today's youth is the lack of human communication. Because most of the youth have one or more social media accounts, you can converse through those social media sites with other friends. It is beneficial because you can chat with someone if you need information at that specific time. However, conversing more on social media than in person will affect how you encounter people in person. In other words, you won't know how to communicate with people that you don't already have a relationship with. Most jobs require an interview, and if you don't know how to communicate, how do you think you will get a job? Because of social media, people do not know how to convey their thoughts effectively, therefore hindering numerous blessings that you could acquire from relationships that you build through interaction. Additionally, addiction to social media is detrimental to people's mental health. Mental health is the emotional, behavioral, and intellectual well-being of a person. Having a superb mental health is important because poor mental health leads to stress, depression, and anxiety. When people post certain videos and pictures on social media, they don't think about all the distinct types of people and ideas that will encounter their posts. Social media can be described as heartless or uncaring. Therefore, if a youth sees a negative post that they think could be referring to them, they could start dwelling on it, causing a major decrease in confidence and an increase in depression. However, social media also creates positive opportunities that we wouldn't have if social media never existed. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other social platforms spread information faster than ever. Information is any type of knowledge that spreads awareness of something. Information is spread through comedy, news sources, comments from people, and others sharing it on their page. For example, if someone shares a picture of a murderer on Twitter that has been killing people in a certain area, people should be aware of that. People will retweet that constantly no matter how many followers or friends they have. In addition, social media gives everyone an opportunity to express their feelings. Often, people don't have confidence to share their ideas in person for fear of being suppressed by others. Social media is an outlet for everyone to share their ideas and understand perspectives of others. Everything that happens on social media isn't negative, but also everything is not positive. Regardless, it will have a monumental impact on the future of the youth today. The addiction to social media affects the future of the youth because it distracts students from their goals they set to achieve. If today's youth spends the majority of their time scrolling through their feed, liking, commenting, and sharing pictures, then that means they spend less time perfecting their craft. The Washington Post states that teens spend nearly 9 hours on average on social media, prohibiting students from reaching their true potential and therefore affecting their future tremendously. Thank you.
And at the end, if we could get all three of our essay contest winners, we want to get a picture with all three of you together at the end.